Just this morning, a 72-year-old woman passed away without warning. The reason? A mistake she made without even a second thought, something so routine that a great number of people over 70 do it every single day. The reality is, as we age, our physiology becomes more susceptible to small habits that might have appeared entirely safe in our younger years. And regrettably, these seemingly minor choices can accumulate in ways that place our health in serious jeopardy. In this video, we are exploring 4 morning mistakes that could be putting you in danger without your knowledge. These are errors that can impact your heart, your circulation, your balance, and even your cognitive function. And the most concerning part is that most individuals over 70 are guilty of at least one of these mistakes every single morning. However, the good news is that once you become aware of them, they are simple to correct, and avoiding them could represent the difference between a vibrant, active life and a severe medical crisis. Stay with me until the conclusion, because the final mistake is one that is rarely ever discussed, yet it stands as one of the most hazardous. Many seniors do not even know they are doing it, and it can substantially increase the risk of falls, dizziness, and even cardiac problems. You will not want to miss this. Before we begin, if you have not yet subscribed, I recommend you do so and activate the notification bell so you do not miss any videos. If you find this video enjoyable, please type a whole 1 in the comments. If you do not, please type a 0 to let me know so I can create better videos for you. Now, let's get started. Mistake 1. Getting out of bed too quickly. One of the most perilous things you can do in the morning is something that appears completely innocuous: getting out of bed too fast. You might not give it a second thought, but for older adults, this simple habit can lead to dizziness, abrupt drops in blood pressure, and even dangerous falls. As we age, our circulatory system does not adapt as swiftly as it once did. After you have been lying down for several hours, blood naturally pools in the lower extremities of your body. If you suddenly sit up or stand too rapidly, your blood pressure can plummet sharply. This is known as orthostatic hypotension, and it is the primary reason so many people over 70 experience morning dizziness or lightheadedness. Think about the last time you got out of bed. Did you feel slightly off balance for a few seconds? Perhaps your vision became a bit blurry, or you had to steady yourself for a moment before taking that first step. That is a clear sign that your body was not prepared for the sudden change in position, and if you are not careful, that brief moment of instability could result in a dangerous fall. Consider a man like Edward, 74. Every morning, he would awaken, swing his legs over the side of the bed, and stand up instantly. He never thought much about it until one morning when he blacked out for a split second and lost his footing. Thankfully, he fell back onto his bed, but the outcome could have been much worse. That was the moment he realized he needed to alter the way he began his day. The solution is straightforward yet powerful. Instead of leaping out of bed, follow a 3-step process. First, upon waking, take several deep breaths and gently wiggle your fingers and toes. This helps to stimulate your circulation. Second, slowly roll onto your side and sit up in a gradual motion, keeping your feet on the floor. Third, before you stand, take a moment to steady yourself. Move your ankles, stretch your arms, and give your body a few seconds to acclimate. It might seem like a minor adjustment, But this simple habit can drastically lower your risk of dizziness, imbalance, and falls. And as you are likely already aware, falls are one of the greatest dangers for older adults, often leading to broken bones, hospital stays, and even long-term mobility challenges. So, if you have been in the habit of getting out of bed too quickly, take a step back and reconsider your morning routine. Those extra few seconds in bed might just save your life. Mistake 2. Skipping water in the morning. One of the most overlooked yet hazardous mistakes people make in the morning, especially after the age of 70, is not drinking water immediately after waking up. You might not consider hydration as an urgent matter first thing in the morning, but following hours of sleep, your body is in a state of mild dehydration. For older adults, that can have severe consequences. While you sleep, your body continues to function. Your organs are at work. Your lungs are breathing, and your body loses fluids through respiration and perspiration. By the time you awaken, your blood is slightly thicker, your circulation is more sluggish, and your body is operating at a slight fluid deficit. If you do not replenish that fluid promptly, it can contribute to issues like high blood pressure, poor circulation, and even an elevated risk of stroke or heart attack. Think about how you feel in the morning. Do you ever wake up with a dry mouth? Do your joints feel a little stiff? Perhaps your energy levels seem lower than they should be, or you notice that it takes a while to feel fully alert. These can all be symptoms of dehydration. And if your first beverage of the day is coffee instead of water, you could be exacerbating the problem. Take someone like James, 76. He had a long-standing habit of waking up and heading straight for his morning coffee. It was his routine for decades, and he never gave it a second thought. But as he got older, he began to experience occasional dizziness and brain fog in the mornings. His doctors suggested he try drinking water first thing upon waking. Within just a few weeks, he noticed a significant difference. He felt more alert, his headaches became less frequent, and his energy levels improved. Water is essential for keeping your blood flowing properly, helping your kidneys function efficiently, and reducing the strain on your heart. Drinking a glass of water first thing in the morning helps to start your metabolism, rehydrates your organs, and gets your circulation moving as it should. And for those who struggle with digestion, morning hydration can help keep things running smoothly. If you are someone who does not typically drink water in the morning, begin with something simple. A small glass right after you wake up. Keep it by your bedside if that makes it easier. And if you are someone who prefers warm beverages, warm water with a little lemon can be an excellent alternative. Your body has worked hard throughout the night, and it requires proper hydration to function at its best. Do not wait until you are thirsty. By the time you feel thirst, you are already dehydrated. So, make it a habit to start your morning with water. Your body will thank you for it. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment with the number 2 below to let me know you're here. Now, let's move forward. Mistake 3. Drinking coffee before eating anything. For many individuals, the morning does not officially start until they have had their first cup of coffee. It is a ritual that has been established for decades. Wake up, pour a fresh cup, and begin the day. But here is the issue. Consuming coffee on an empty stomach can be one of the worst things you do for your body, particularly after the age of 70. When you wake up, your stomach is empty, and your body is in a delicate state. Your blood sugar levels are low. Your digestive system is just beginning to activate. And your cortisol levels, your body's natural stress hormone, are at their peak. Drinking coffee on an empty stomach can cause that cortisol to spike even higher, which can lead to increased stress on your body, digestive upset, and even long-term problems like acid reflux or stomach irritation. If you have ever had a cup of coffee in the morning and subsequently felt jittery, lightheaded, or even a bit nauseous, that is your body sending you a message. The acidity in coffee can irritate the lining of an empty stomach, leading to indigestion, acid reflux, or heartburn. And for older adults who may already have more sensitive digestive systems, that irritation can become a daily problem without you even realizing it. Consider someone like Robert, 75. He began every morning in the same way: black coffee first, food later. He thought nothing of it until he started to experience acid reflux more frequently. At first, he blamed it on spicy foods or simply aging. But after consulting with his doctor, he learned that drinking coffee before eating was placing unnecessary stress on his digestive system. He started having a small snack, something light like a banana or a handful of nuts, before his coffee, and within weeks, the discomfort significantly diminished. The key here is not to give up coffee. It is to adjust the timing. Having a small snack before your first cup helps to buffer the acidity, stabilize your blood sugar levels, and reduce the stress response in your body. If you are someone who wakes up and immediately reaches for coffee, try changing the order. Even something as simple as a few crackers, a slice of toast, or a piece of fruit before your coffee can make a big difference. And if you have ever noticed that coffee leaves you feeling anxious or more jittery than usual, eating beforehand can help to balance that out. Caffeine on an empty stomach gets absorbed rapidly, which can cause a sharper spike in energy followed by a crash. Eating first helps to slow the absorption and provides a more steady boost, rather than a sudden jolt followed by an energy dip. So, before you take that first sip tomorrow morning, ask yourself, have I given my body something to work with? A small change in your routine can go a long way in protecting your stomach, balancing your energy, and keeping you feeling your best. Mistake 4. Ignoring morning stiffness and moving too quickly. One of the most dangerous mistakes you can make after 70 is underestimating the impact of morning stiffness. Many people wake up, feel a little tightness in their joints, and assume it is just a normal part of aging. They push through it, get moving quickly, and do not think much of it, until one wrong step leads to pain, injury, or even a serious fall. While you sleep, your muscles and joints stiffen due to reduced movement and circulation. This is especially common in older adults, as the body naturally produces less synovial fluid, the lubricant that keeps joints moving smoothly. The result is that when you first wake up, your body is not fully ready for action. If you stand up too quickly, twist the wrong way, or take an unsteady step, you are putting yourself at unnecessary risk. Think back to a morning when you got out of bed and felt that familiar tightness in your back, knees, or shoulders. Maybe it went away after a few minutes, or maybe you brushed it off as nothing serious. But ignoring morning stiffness day after day can lead to bigger issues down the road: limited mobility, chronic pain, or worse, a sudden injury that could have been avoided. Take someone like Walter, 78. He always considered himself fairly active, so when he woke up stiff, he would just power through it. Then, one morning, as he was heading to the bathroom, he took a step, lost his balance, and landed hard on his hip. That single moment led to months of recovery, all because he had not taken a few extra minutes to warm up his body before moving. The good news is that preventing this mistake is simple. Before you even sit up in bed, take a few moments to wake up your joints. Start with gentle movements. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Rotate your ankles. Stretch your arms. Then, while still lying down, do a few knee lifts or slow leg movements to loosen up your hips. Once you sit up, roll your shoulders. Take deep breaths and engage in light stretching before standing. This does not take much time, but it makes a world of difference. A few extra minutes of gentle movement can mean the difference between feeling sluggish and unsteady versus stepping into your day with confidence. It is also important to be mindful of your first steps in the morning. Use a sturdy surface for support if needed and avoid rushing, especially if you are heading to the bathroom. In dim lighting, your body needs time to adjust, and taking things slowly can help prevent unnecessary strain on your muscles and joints. So, the next time you wake up and feel a little stiff, do not ignore it. Give your body the time it needs to ease into movement. Because staying active and independent starts with protecting your mobility. And that begins the moment you get out of bed. If you're still watching this video and finding these lessons valuable, please comment with the number 4 below to let me know you're here. Now, let's wrap things up. Final thoughts. As we conclude this video, take a moment to think about your own morning routine. Have you ever made one of these mistakes without realizing it? The truth is, the habits we build in the morning set the tone for the rest of the day. And after 70, those habits become even more important. A strong, healthy morning routine is not about making drastic changes. It is about small adjustments that protect your body, keep your mind sharp, and ensure that you start the day feeling your best. Whether it is taking an extra moment before getting out of bed, making hydration a priority, being mindful of how you drink your coffee, or easing into movement before starting your day, these little changes add up, and over time, they can mean the difference between staying active and independent, or facing unnecessary health risks. Many people assume that health problems in old age are inevitable, but that is not entirely true. The choices you make every day, especially in those first moments of the morning, have a major impact on your longevity, energy levels, and overall well-being. The key is awareness. Now that you know these 4 common mistakes, you have the power to avoid them and take control of your mornings in a way that supports your health for years to come. What stood out to you the most? Which of these morning habits do you think you need to adjust? Or which one do you feel you have already been doing right? We would love to hear from you, so leave a comment below sharing one thing you learned today and how you plan to bring it into practice in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so do not hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.